Dermique in Feeding Hills specializes in the most advanced medical cosmetic procedures that will help give you long-lasting results. Joining us to share more about one of the procedures they offer is patient consultant Kelly Ivy. Subak, Kelly, nice to have you back.
Hello.
Now we're talking today specifically about the Thermalift procedure. What is this all about?
So Thermalift is a culmination of years of science, research, to find out that you don't need to have a very invasive procedure to get rid of the turkey neck or the jowling issue. So it's a procedure that's done in our office. It's not even considered a surgery. It's a minimally invasive procedure. It's a tiny 1/3 inch nick right here underneath. It's done with a tiny little cannula that's the size of a piece of vermicelli pasta. It melts and destroys the fat underneath the skin, and it tightens the tissue at the same time, so you get that nice, clean jawline look. Takes years off of your appearance.
And what's the downtime like, the recovery?
We only operate on the weekends so that people don't miss out on work time. So literally you're back to work on Monday, and no one needs to know that you've had anything done.
And it's for confidence. It's for for no one else but yourself, so that you feel good about who you are.
It's
and
exactly.
How you look.
So many women that I talk to, they put their families first, they put their work first, and they don't do it for themselves. But they look in the mirror every single day, just like your mother, and says, "Oh, I don't like this, I don't like this." So if you can fix it on a weekend and it's done, and you can look in the mirror and feel that self-confidence, why not?
Feel that self-confidence, and you make it affordable for people.
You know, it's under $2,000 for most people. So that, and we have ways of making it affordable for you. There's financing, there's all different ways of paying for this procedure, but it's so accessible to us. Our results are absolutely breathtaking, and there's no reason not to come in and talk about it and find out what it works for you.
And learn more about it. Well, Kelly, we appreciate you being here, and we were able to go and visit you at Dermique in Feeding Hills and learn more about Thermalift. So take a look at this procedure a little more in detail. Dermique in Feeding Hills is a medical spa that can help you feel more confident about your appearance. We talked to Dr. Swarzeski about what someone should do if they're nervous, intimidated, or skeptical about treatment.
I mean, they should come for a free consult and just see what we have to offer. We can show them what we can do, and it's no pressure. If they were interested, that's great. If they're not interested, that's okay.
Dr. Swarzeski took us into the surgical suite to tell us more about Thermalift. Dr. S, it's okay that I call you Dr.
Certainly.
S? Okay, we're going to talk about Thermalift. What is Thermalift?
Thermalift is an exciting new technology we have here that involves radio frequency that's emitted by a probe under the skin, and by doing so, it tightens the skin.
So it basically is lifting the skin on your face.
Exactly, almost like a shrink wrap. When you heat it up, it tightens.
Sort of like what everyone wants, right? Exactly. Now you're going to explain how it works. How does this procedure work?
Well, if you think about your skin, the skin's made out of collagen. Collagen is like a slinky. And as we age and gravity takes its effect, the slinky stretches out. Now we have to get some way to repackage the slinky in order to get our skin to look good. So with heat, if we heat it to 60 degrees, the collagen actually restructures itself and shrinks. And by doing so, it pulls all the skin back up. And that's how it works.
All right, so I'm sure it's easier said than done. You're explaining this, but now can you show exactly what you use and what type of equipment that you use to make this happen?
Sure, the real key to this procedure is the infrared camera that we have here. And as you can see on our iPad, it's picking up the patient's face, and we can look at all the different temperatures there. Now this is a special camera that's set up so it'll track the hottest point on the face or wherever we're aiming it. So for instance, if I bring a candle in here, what's going to happen is that it's going to start to track the candle and see where the candle is. And it's going to tell me the exact temperature of that candle. The reason that's important is because we want to heat the face with our probe, and we'll grab the probe right here just so we can show you what it's like.
Okay, great.
And this probe would be underneath the skin, but we would heat underneath the skin like this, and as we're heating, we're watching the temperatures. Now we want to get to about 60, 65 degrees Celsius under her skin, but we don't want to burn her skin.
Right.
So we want to keep it under 47 degrees at the surface. So this camera is an integral part of making sure that we get a complete uniform field of heat where we're heating, so we can see all the temperatures are the same, and we don't burn our face, and then we get enough heat underneath the skin to actually cause it to shrink and pull back.
Now, how does this differ from a laser treatment? Is it because it is that infrared technology?
Exactly, but also the real key is making sure that you get a uniform heating. There's some lasers out there that look to heat the skin, but most of those are going from outside in. And even the thermage, the radio frequency thermage, goes from the outside in. So you can't get any hotter than the skin temperature will allow in order for it'll burn. But that's not hot enough to shrink your collagen. So by doing it just the opposite, by placing the heat on the inside and worrying about the skin on the outside, we can heat the skin to the right temperature and get it to shrink back.
Sounds like amazing technology.
It works wonderfully.
And what about the pain, if there is any? What is it like?
There is no pain. What we do is we anesthetize the skin. We put a solution of saline fluid, which is epinephrine and lidocaine inside of it. And there's a little injection. For instance, if we're going to treat her cheek here, we put it right by your ear, and I would just go under here with a needle and just fill this whole area in with the solution. And after that's done, she won't feel anything.
And what is the recovery period like?
The recovery period is about 2 days, and then it's going to keep working for the next 6 months. You're going to continue to see heating, or excuse me, shrinking of the skin. It's going to remodel, and so your actual finished result will be about 6 months from now.
What are people's reactions when they do see that after?
It's really impressive. I mean, I was impressed by it myself because we did the smart lipo before under the skin, and we couldn't get the temperatures we needed. This allows us to get where we need to be.
Now, you're talking about her face and lifting her face. Are there any other parts of the body that you can work on?
Yes, pretty much any part of the body. It's being right now checked out for cellulite, and actually there was some evidence that we can actually raise the breast with this, as well as tighten the buttocks, tighten the abdomen with it. So there's only one other machine like this in New England right now, because we're part of the scientific review and advisory committee. But there's a lot of doctors around the country, about 150 of us, that are working with this technology, and we're finding all new applications for it, for heating and tightening different parts of the body.
And it certainly is safe.
Oh, very safe. As long as you keep it on the right temperatures, and that's the key.
Absolutely, exactly. And I'm sure it's really making a big difference in people's lives and making them a lot happier.
Definitely.
Making them feel good about themselves. Well, thank you so
That's
much,
all
Dr.
matters.
S. And it's been great talking with you, and it's such a fascinating procedure, and I'm sure you're happy that you've been able to help a lot of people. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for more information on La Dermique, you can visit them online at ladermique.com.